Well, when you look at our history of the 1900s, we always seen that it was always struggling and trying to make a different community, a better community and everything. And it all works in patterns and everything. It seems like it's every 20, 25 years that there's a change and everything. And we're in that change. I started about 5 years saying top of the morning to you, and the reason I did that was I wanted to be my trademark. I want to get people happy. When you go up to somebody and says, hello, how are you doing? Good seeing you. You know, right away, you can tell a person by their handshake and if they're really paying attention to you. But I can get on the phone today and I'll make my phone call and says, top of the morning to you. Right away, you've got that person smiling. Now you've got some reason for they'll start laughing and they'll say, how are you doing? I says, I'm just as hunky dory, hunky dory. And I said, that means I'm fantastic.
Well, gentlemen, you're sitting in a small restaurant in Moundsville, West Virginia.
Moundsville, West Virginia.
Moundsville, West Virginia.
Moundsville, West Virginia.
Moundsville, West Virginia. Moundsville, Moundsville.
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 Moundsville, West Virginia.
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 Moundsville.
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 We're in Moundsville, West Virginia.
Moundtown, Moundsville.
Yeah, we're in Moundsville, West Virginia.
Moundsville.
Moundsville, West Virginia.
One more time.
Well, honestly, I had to explain Moundsville to a lot of people that I went to school with, even though they're from West Virginia. And they thought that it was like this little rinky-dink town that had nothing at all. We have a Walmart and a Kroger and an Exxon. I was like, we have regular gas stations and regular stores.
Here is the city of Moundsville. Moundsville is located right on the Ohio River. That is where we transport our coal. That is where we transport a lot of the chemicals and a lot of the products that are made down south that are shipped through the city of Moundsville by the Ohio River. And also, this is where we have great fishing in the Ohio River. If you come out here in the summertime, you'll see a lot of speedboats and recreation.
Well, my ancestors on my grandfather's side got here about the mid-18th century, which would be my 7th great grandfather, Joseph Tomlinson Jr., and his two brothers were the first white settlers here in what was called the Grave Creek Flats. My 7th great grandfather actually, according to some local history, discovered the mound by him deer hunting.
The mound was excavated in 1838. It actually was discovered by the settlers. The earliest settler family was the Tomlinsons. They had a cabin just down the road there a little bit.
And he was pursuing a deer, the way the story goes. And the deer reportedly went around this hillside, so he went around the hillside after it, stalking it or whatnot. And then after a while, he realized he's walking in a circle. Things started looking familiar and familiar. So you got to think back in these times, the mound probably had trees all over it and brush and everything else. And he went home and got Elizabeth Tomlinson, my 7th great grandmother, had her stand at one point around that little hillside. He counted his paces around the circumference of the mound.
The Grave Creek Mound is a prehistoric burial mound. It dates to about 250 to 150 BC, so that makes it a little over 2,000 years old. It was built by a group of people we know as the Adena people. That's not what they called themselves. We have no idea what they would have called themselves because it's so long ago. There are no direct oral traditions that have been passed down. So archaeologists, in order to talk about a culture, a lot of times they will assign it a name. And actually Adena is named after another mound in Ohio. And that one was more thoroughly excavated and described, even though it was excavated later than our mound here.